I ride, I'm just living my life. It's just me and my Chevy. It's just me and my Chevy. Photo be big corners, my music playing.
Today, I'll teach y'all how to squat on rims. For this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to drop 26s on your box caprice, and this works for 70s caprices and Impalas as well, the donks, and it will not work for round bodies or G bodies. First thing you're going to need are 94 through 96 Impala SS lowering springs. Now, depending on how low you want to go, you want to start off with maybe a 1 1/4 inch drop up to a 3 inch drop. Any more and you'll have to cut under the wheel wells. Now, the lowering springs that I got, they're Hotchkiss 1 1/4 inch drop springs. Now, if you're a cheap bastard like me, you're gonna want to just find a place that sells just the back springs, because most places they'll sell you the front ones too, so fuck. I'll post some links to buy different size springs depending on how low you want to go. With the 1 1/4 inch drop springs, I have about 2 inches left to go lower before it starts scraping, so you're good to go on a 3 inch drop. You're also gonna need air shocks. I mean, you don't have to have them, but I prefer them just in case, you know, have room for air. If you want to put some air in them, I leave all the air out of them while I'm riding to give it the lowest look. But if you're gonna go with like a 3 inch drop, I'd recommend getting air shocks just in case. If it scrapes just a little bit, you can air it up, you know. Now, when you're going on a 2 or 3 inch drop, I'd recommend drop shocks, or lowering shocks as they call it, I guess. Now, choosing rims and tires, it's pretty easy. When you're choosing your rims, you're gonna need to know how wide they are. What I have on here are 26 by 9.5s. I wouldn't go any bigger than 26 by 10, because if you go any wider, you're gonna run into some issues with the rims rubbing against the frame. And the tire sizes are 255, 30, 26. They're not the thinnest tires. You can go thinner if you want to go on super drop mode, but the 255, 30, 26s, they ride good. Alright, now after you install the shocks and the springs, go ahead and throw your rims on there to test fit them. And when you do that, you stick your hand in there to see, you know, what part of the wheel well you need to make clearance for. Mark those areas off, and then take the wheel back off, and then just go ahead and start beating with the hammer. Just beat the wheel wells in. It's no secret, man. Just beat the fuck out of these motherfuckers. Also note that if you're gonna have a system in your car, it'd be best to put the box or the speakers or the, you know, weight equivalents in before you start the squatting process, to get the idea of what you want, you know, what you want your car to sit like with all the weight in the back. Now, after you beat up the inner wheel wells, it's gonna look fucking crazy, bro, from all the scraping and all that shit. So what I recommend, it looks fucking amazing when you do this shit. I'll post some pictures of what it looked like when I did mine. Man, it looks great. So the next step is undercoating the wheel wells with Rust-oleum, the undercoating. You can get the undercoating spray cans from AutoZone, I guess. It's kind of like bed liner. I don't know. Looks good. Now the process for that is you're gonna want to power wash the wheel wells to clean them off. Spray some degreaser on there, let it sit for like 10 or 15 minutes to get all the gunk off, you know, and wipe off all the excess shit, and then power wash again, dry off with the towel, then mask off the parts that you don't want painted, and just go ahead and spray it. Just spray the inner wheel wells with all the undercoating. Just go ahead and get 2 cans because you'll need 1 for each side to spray. Another thing you can do, I haven't done it yet, I'm planning on doing it, is rolling the fenders. Just this little part right here, you're supposed to, there's a machine that you can roll all of this shit right up instead of out, because when you come up inclines, your car will scrape up against this little metal piece right here. Now when you're rolling fenders, I would recommend you take it to a body shop or somebody who knows what they're doing. And rolling fenders, if you want to do it yourself, I'll post a link on how to correctly do it. There's plenty of tutorials on YouTube on how to do it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Here's what you don't do. I'm gonna put a video up. Alright, now after you're done, go ahead and give 3 or 4 days for your springs to adjust to the car's weight. And after that, your car should sit a tad bit lower. Also, if you want to give it a different look, go ahead and raise up the front just a little bit with some knuckles. It'll make the back look like it's squatting even more. Alright, now you can ride around like you got 2 fat bitches in the trunk. Slab City Ryan.
I've been up 3 days sipping syrup, I know the shit's absurd. I done shot little homie in his back, his face hit the curb. Pull up at the liquor store, still trying to get served. Round my way ain't shit sweet, we ain't get dessert. That's why I want my piece of the pie and an extra slice. In the hood with a piece and a pie, trying to sell it twice and a set of dice. I'm trying to bet it all. I got this piece cause ain't no piece, might have to set it off. And my bitch work at the bank like Vivica, can't get rid of her, she independent like me. The illest with no signature. Start lead out that thug.